What's up everyone? Today we're doing a pedal board walkthrough that no one asked for, but you're getting it anyway. So let's go check it out. Real quick, forgot to mention, playing all of this through my Gretsch SLÖER Falcon, all stock pickups. Back to the video. Alright, so this is a walkthrough through my current pedal board setup. It's had many iterations over the years, and if I have some photos, I'll throw them in now. But yeah, I'm pretty excited because I've never done one, and I like to choose a little bit of some stuff off the beaten path, or that's not as widely seen on a board, especially for worship, which is what I mainly play. So first, I want to mention amps. I'm running through a Line 6 HX STOMP. Over here, I have currently an AC30 and a Benson MIRA capture going on from Worship Tutorials. I love their captures. And I'm mainly for Gretsch Falcon, or most of my Gretsches run it on the single coil setup I have going on. So nice and even. If I have a darker guitar that's a humbucker, or if I want one of my Gretsches to sort of stick out a little bit more, I do have a like a humbucker style patch, and so it's a little bit bitier, a little bit more tenor coming through. I would say maybe 80% of the time I'm playing the HX Stomp. I love it, and I always have it last in the chain. I prefer all of my wet effects and everything before it hits my amps. I just love the sound of it. What I love about this as well is I do have a couple very song specific sounds in here. So I have a tremolo, pretty aggressive. And I also have a chorus. But I mainly use it for a song called The Joy. Use them in tandem most of the time. Just like that. First in the chain is this MIRA optical compressor. I love it. It's from WALRUS Audio. Yeah, I just use it to beef up my single notes and to even it out with my strumming. So that way most of my playing is pretty even, but I love all the controls on this guy. I have a pretty fast attack and a pretty quick release, but I have a 50-50-ish blend going on, so I love the way it sounds. It's mainly just meant to beef up my single note playing, so here's with it on. Here's off. You can mainly hear it. Out of there, I'm going into the Canvas tuner. I love this guy by WALRUS Audio as well. It's a cool little tuner. Has a buffer in it that I have on because I love how buffers sound. I love having that clarity. And I love to keep it always on. I do have it where it'll have the endless little will it bounce in the corner mode. I've never seen it, but hopefully one day I might. But I love to keep it always on to make sure I'm in tune mid-song, because my inherent fear is that I'll be out of tune playing, and it's just pure anxiety. So I might be the only guitarist that feels that way, that I have to have my tuner always on. But here we are. Out of the tuner, we're going into the JHS Morning Glory. I mainly use it for my first gain stage or to thicken up a guitar if need be, but I have it pretty light setting wise, mainly doing a volume jump with a little bit of drive, and I'll tweak my tone every now and then. If it's a brighter guitar, I'll bring it down. If it's a darker guitar, I'll bring it up. But here's what it sounds like. Off. On. Yep, just standard Morning Glory sounds right there. I actually have the red remote, so if I need to get an extra gain stage out of it, I can just click it right there. We're in red mode or high gain mode. Yeah. Cool, so that's the Morning Glory. Next, for my next gain stage, I have the Jackson Audio BELLE STARR with the special stars and stripes on the side. This is a Drew Shirley of Switchfoot signature pedal. I use it for my second gain stage. I usually have a little bit more body and a little bit more tone. You can feel a notch just slightly above. And I'm actually running it at 18 volts for a little bit more headroom and K-side stack it, which I love to do with the Morning Glory before. So this is what it sounds like. And then stacking it, I love it. Yeah, I love stacking it. I love the BELLE STARR, how it sounds, very amp-like. So next up, these two positions are my last gain stages, and often these will swap out with whatever pedal I'm feeling in a moment. So sometimes I have the JHS overdrive preamp here. Sometimes I'll throw on a treble booster in this place. Sometimes a Nauticlon as well, but most of the time it's just my last gain stage, and I'm just looking for some good grit, some heaviness. So right now on the NOTADÜMBLÜ, I'm currently running it on the overdrive channel, and this is what it sounds like. So yeah, I love how thick it gets, how hairy it gets. It's great. And then next up, we have the 1981 DRV2. I did a breakdown video of that guy. I've actually done breakdown videos of all of these dirt pedals, so go check them out. I'll try to link them down below. Yeah, this is 1981. I just use it for huge chords, because this actually has a lot more low end and bass end than normal. And so that's what this sounds like right here. So yeah, it's a huge rat style. I love it. Next up, we're going into the Dunlop volume pedal. I keep them after my drives. Just simple little Dunlop mini volume right here. I keep it pretty loose because it's pretty squeaky. Just a heads up, they don't tell you about that. All right, next up, I'm going to talk about the brains of the whole board that controls pretty much everything up here. This is the Canvas Clock by WALRUS Audio. Basically, I'm sending out tempo and MIDI commands out to these three pedals, and tempo out to this one. First song is in 72 BPM. This keeps all of my delays synced up together. And then if, say, a song has a weird reverb or special delay I need, this will queue up a MIDI command for that specific preset that I need. From the Dunlop volume pedal, we're actually running into the WALRUS Audio ARP87. This is also a spot that'll change out with a different delay or a boost of some kind. Like generally I'll have this pedal, or I'll have the JHS Milkman here for a slapback for some songs. But yeah, currently I've been digging the lo-fi sound of this guy. And I also love that this pedal has a momentary latch feature. turn it on, hold it, and as soon as I take my foot off of it, yeah, gone. And then it also has a ramping feature or infinite hold. Just feeds back within itself. Such a cool pedal. I love it. From there, we're going into the Walrus Audio M1. I love each one of these pedals because most of the time I see people, especially in worship music, have the Strymon pedals, and I love them. There's nothing wrong with them, but for the size of my board, and I just love the form factor of these and how well they work together and actually work with this guy too. So these are both of the V1 versions, and then this is the V2 that came out recently. Right here we have the M1, which is all my modulation. I have my 3 go-to sounds, which is a chorus, a tremolo, and a vibrato. So this is the chorus. Super like chewy. I love a little bit of seasickness, not quite, and I'll sometimes change it. But next up we have the vibrato, just a simple little vibrato. But yeah, I'll just use it for special moments, especially combined with a thick reverb and delay. So, I love the vibrato, and then next up we have the tremolo, just exactly what it sounds. But yeah, those are my 3 go-to modulation sounds. I'd say most of the time I probably use the vibrato. Next up, we have the Walrus Audio D1. Like I said earlier, it's the V1. This is a dual delay, so you can hear it on both sides ping-ponging a little bit. This is my go-to. I have the pre-delay or the mix set at a good spot that I love. I love a little bit of darker wet effects. That's what I found later on in life. As one gets older, I might change my mind. So yeah, I love this delay. This is my go-to. I would say probably 80% of the time I play this one. This one's just a simple little quarter note analog delay. Just straight down the middle. A little darker. Really don't want my delay to like get in the way. And then this one's a nice little digital, just a short delay as well. Pretty quick. But yeah, just a quick little So those are my 3 go-to delays. Occasionally I'll have a special one for a song, but that's basically what I build most of my delays off of, is those three presets. Next up we have the Walrus Audio R1. Much like this guy and this guy, I got my 3 go-tos with my occasional preset for a special song. But yeah, my first one is pretty big BFR reverb. You can look up what that means on the Walrus Audio website. With the pre-delay in a pretty good spot. I actually had my highs rolled all the way down because I just love a dark reverb, but this is what it sounds like all the way up. Because I leave this one on a lot, I don't want it to stick in the way. Basically to thicken up my tone and just be an underlining thing. My next one's a plate. Nice little plate reverb. I love the little grittiness I have in there. And then lastly, I got a spring reverb. Yeah, I like it barely in there. You can actually make the spring pretty aggressive. Each one of these have so many, like you could spend days building presets and doing different modulations, tones, different rates in each one of these. But what I love most about both of these actually is that I can control my stereo width. A good example of this is on this guy, I can make it ultra wide, or I can come all the way in and basically make it mono if I wanted to. Straight down the middle. Or I can actually go standard stereo right here. Just like that. Same with this guy. This actually has a cool little feature, which basically to make it, it's got two different stereo versions. It's got a stereo that basically ping pongs it back and forth, but it almost feels like a tremolo in a way. So I'll demonstrate that here now. Pull back and forth. And then the other way is basically it delays one side by like a very, very short fraction of a time. So it sounds stereo, but it's just delayed. So, and then you combine both of them. So yeah, I love that. And then this last guy, the SLÖER, is my big ol' huge ambient reverb. I mainly use it for swells or if I want a really, really thick lead line, but pretty big. I do have the filter or the X mode down. You can do some pretty wild stuff. So if I want a brighter reverb, add right there. If I want a little bit darker, like this guy on the back end. But I keep mine right in the middle. My decay, I have pretty set. My mix, 50% on both. I might change that depending on how I feel because my ears change. But I'll often combine all three of these for big ambient moments. Huge ambient moments like that. I love them. Here, I'll demonstrate maybe what I'm going for a specific song. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this pedalboard walkthrough. One thing I didn't mention, I come out of the SLÖER straight into an HX STOMP via the stereo, left and right, or into direct amps, such as the ones right there behind me. I'm actually running a Strymon power supply. I don't remember if it's the OHA or which one. I'll insert what it is here on the screen right there. And then I actually have a WALRUS audio canvas power HP coming out of it, being powered off of the Strymon box as well to power the Stomp, and then a couple extra pedals. But all of this on a Temple audio board, the model as well on the screen right here. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed that video. If you have any questions about anything else I've talked about in the video or links to anything, check out the description down below or shoot me a message. You can find me on Instagram, or I think you can do messages on YouTube. I don't know, figure it out. Also, like, subscribe, comment, share, record yourself, play more guitar, do whatever YouTube wants you to do nowadays, and do whatever makes you happy, okay? That's what this video is ultimately about. These things make me happy, and I love sound, I love tone, so get out there, go watch some more pedalboard videos, watch this one over again, tell me how many times I'm out of tune, and because I don't care, but love y'all. See you in the next one.